Hey, happy Friday, everyone. Hope you are doing well. The end of the week is here, weekend is upon us, and this is In the Raw, unscripted, unpracticed, unedited conversation. And I'm happy to say hello to all of you and hope you have an amazing day today. I was thinking the other day, how does God see us? How does God see me? You know, um, I was reading something, I guess, or I don't remember what I was doing actually. I think I was reading something, and the thought came into my mind: how does God see me? You know, uh, does He see someone who's timid, fearful, paralyzed? Does He see someone who's buckling under the weight of life? Someone who routinely caves into temptation? Someone who's unable to have the courage to do what's right, or feels too weak to stop doing what's wrong. Someone with a little bit of faith. How does God look at us? How does God see us? Sometimes we feel that way. Sometimes, we're human and we feel that way. We feel that He sees us in our flaws, and because we have so many. But don't answer this too quick, because I want to tell you a story. It's about someone who was the weakest member of his family, a family that was faithless, a family that didn't know God, and they were always living on the wrong side of the tracks. He had his personality was double doubt filled. He was always doubtful about who he was, and his name was Gideon. And one day, an angel appeared to him, and guess how he greeted him? You know, guess how he approached him. He could have called out, "Hey, you chicken," or "Hey, you one with the flimsy spine." But instead, the angel said something that was entirely unexpected. He declared on him, "Hey, Gideon, you mighty warrior." Now, why do you think he called him that? Because God was able to see Gideon not only for what he was, but for what he could become. And he saw his potential, and God knew that Gideon had this potential to develop into a difference maker who acted out of courage and boldness. And in the end, Gideon did receive God's strength. Even though he stumbled occasionally, and he did go on to achieve great things for God. And his name has lived on through the centuries to this very day. We talk about him just like we are right now. So let me rephrase the question I had at the beginning. As God looks at us sitting right here or doing whatever you're doing, what might He call us out to do? What about Him saying, "Hey, you difference maker. Hey, you kingdom builder. Hey, you great man or woman of character." Or how about, "Hey, you amazing parent." Or you with the inspiring faith, with the boldness and faith. Hey, you are a pillar of strength. You modern day Gideon. Do you think He could call us that? You think He calls us that? You think He will call us that? I think He sees us with our potential. He doesn't see our flaws as much, and He sees our potential. He sees what we can be, what we can become. Because it's not, when we surrender our own strength to His strength, there's the possibilities are endless. And He sees us that way. He sees us as a potential, what we can be and what we are becoming. And we all have faults, we all have flaws, and this reminds me of an old song that we used to sing when I was young, back in the day, and it said something like, "He looked beyond my faults and saw my need." God sees beyond our faults because of His amazing grace. The song starts, "Amazing grace will always be my song of praise, right? Because of his grace, he sees beyond our faults. He sees beyond, someone who falls into temptation. He sees far, beyond someone who can't, can't be responsible, or somebody who can't keep his or her word. He sees beyond all of that. He sees beyond, someone who carries a burden, a generational curse or whatever. He sees beyond all that, and he will see us with a potential. But the kicker here is that we need to surrender our strength to him. We can't fight anything on our own strength. We need to surrender it to him and say, God, you take over, and I'm just gonna enjoy the ride. All right, well, have a good rest of your day. We will see you pretty soon. Take care.